In this video, I'm going to show you 3 more custom weapons you can make in Fortnite Creative 1.0, and there's no verse or UEFN needed. I've got a troll weapon that kills you when you shoot. I've got a weapon that boosts you when you deal damage to someone, and I've also got an infinite flintlock weapon, which allows you to keep shooting the flintlock infinitely. So let's get into the video. Okay, so first for the troll weapon, you're going to need an input trigger like any of my other custom weapon videos. So for the settings, so put the input type to creative input action and the creative input to custom 1, which is fire, and then you can put show on HUD to off. Then place down a conditional button like any of my other custom weapon videos. You can drop in whatever weapon you want to have this. I just done this mammoth pistol. So for the settings, it's the same as any of the other videos. So can be used by to all, allow interaction to off, consume key items to off, and require holding item to on. And then when you go to the functions tab, put activate with receiver from to the input trigger we just set up on input pressed. And make sure you rename these devices, as it is a bit easier to link them up. So to do that, go to the top, and for me it's LT, and then you can press A, and then you can rename the device. And now to actually kill the player, all we're going to need is a teleporter and a damage volume, which is going to teleport the player into this damage volume when it's going to kill him. So for the settings in the teleporter, put teleporter group to none and teleporter target group to none. Teleporter with visible no, visual effects no, sound effects no, and conserve momentum to no. Then in the functions tab, put teleport with zoom from to the conditional button on activated. And for the damage volume, it's really simple. Just put the damage type to elimination and the enable VFX to disabled. And there you go, and now we're going to come on to this weapon, so when you damage someone you actually get boosted forward, which is really cool. So for this you're going to need a stat counter, and for the settings, put the track stat to damage dealt, and then put broadcast events on stat change to on. Then place down a conditional button, and it's the exact same settings as any of the others, so it's these 4 settings right here. And then in the functions tab, put activate with zoom from the stat counter on value changed. Make sure it's not these 2 other settings. Make sure it's on value changed. And then you're going to finally need a movement modifier. And for the settings in this, put effect movement speed to off, apply impulse to on, and the forwards impulse and upward impulse. I've done 1500 and 1000. It's really up to you, but that's what I've done. And then put pad has collision to off. Then put activate with the zoom from to the conditional button we just set up on activated. For me, I've renamed all these devices to damage boost, just so it's easier to link them up. Then you can obviously put whatever weapon you want into this conditional button. For me, I've done this heavy shotgun, as it's a precise weapon. You're going to probably want to use a precise weapon, not a full auto weapon, as otherwise they'll be boosted constantly. Now guys, I'm going to show you the infinite flintlock weapon, so you can infinitely shoot the flintlock and boost yourself mid-air. So first you're going to need an input trigger, and it's the exact same settings as the other ones, so creative input action, and the creative input is to custom 1, and show on HUD to off. Then you're going to need your conditional button, and it's drop in whatever weapon you want. So for me, I've obviously done the flintlock pistol. And for the settings, put can be used by to all, allow interaction to off, consume key items to off, and require holding item to on. Again, the exact same 4 settings as any of the others. And then activate with zoom from is the input trigger on input pressed. And I've renamed these devices to flint at the end of each one, so I know what to link up. And then we're going to need a trigger, because if we remove the flintlock pistol instantly, it sometimes bugs out, so we're going to need a delay before we actually remove the flintlock pistol, and then we can grant them a new one. So for the settings, put visible in games to off, and then you can put trigger by player, vehicles, sequences, water to off. But if this is outside your map, it doesn't really matter. Then put the trigger delay to 0.25 seconds, and then you can put trigger VFX and sound effects to off. And then go to the functions tab and put trigger where we're zoom from, the conditional button that we just set up on activated. Now let's go over this item remover. So we're going to basically remove the flintlock and then grant them a new one. So for the item remover, make sure you go to the settings and put play audio to off, and then you can put remove with zoom from the trigger on triggered, and that is the trigger we just set up right here. And then you're obviously going to want to drop in the same weapon that's in your conditional button. So for me, it's a flintlock pistol. Then for the item granter, put on grant action to keep all, equip granted item to yes, because we want them to still be holding the weapon when they shoot it, and then cycle behavior to wrap. Then put grant item receiver from the trigger again on triggered, and then drop in the same weapon. So for me, that's a flintlock pistol. And that's how you make those 3 custom weapons in Fortnite Creative 1.0. Make sure to like, subscribe for more, and check out the other custom weapon tutorials which are on screen right now. I've got loads more custom weapons for you to make. Thanks for watching this video guys, peace.